So, Simon, congratulations. You've got a market appraisal. What happened? How did you get it?
Well, I obviously took some of your advice.
Yeah.
I went out with a magazine to try and help people, knocked on a particular door, and ultimately gave them the magazine, and
Yeah.
they asked me for some help.
Brilliant, brilliant. So you just went out there to introduce yourself to people who are currently selling on the basis that they probably want to buy somewhere, to see if you can help them, and
That's right, yeah.
And obviously give them properties that we've got for sale. So that's great. So you've got a market appraisal for Sunday.
I have, yes.
Well done on going out on a Sunday. So what we want to do, the first thing, well, tell me a little bit more about this property. Has it been on the market long?
Yeah, the property has actually been on the market for at least 6 months with one agent.
Yeah.
They've had a price reduction, just not really getting much attention. So they were looking to try and identify some new ways that might generate some more interest for them.
So tell me the price. What was it on the market for?
Originally 625, then reduced to 595.
Okay. And that's with one agent. That went on the market in when? March this year?
March this year, yeah.
But it was on the market with another agent from when?
June 2018.
2018, okay, so they're obviously not happy. So today what I wanted to do is discuss the pricing strategy, sorry, the market value, establishing the market value. So, and I just want to go through with you how to do that so you can give us some honest feedback on the market value, and then the next video we'll discuss a pricing strategy. So establishing market value. First of all, I mean, that's a crazy price to be on at 695. It should be, sorry, 595.
Yeah.
It should either be on at 6 or 550, but we'll come back to that. Establishing market value is a really important part of the process. So what I don't ever do is tell the owner your house is worth this, because if I give them my opinion, I guarantee they will have a different opinion, and then we've got a conflict. And that's not what we want. We want to be on the same side as them and work with them to establish market value. And then from there, we can work out a marketing strategy and a pricing strategy. So this is the key thing. And market value is nothing to do with the asking price or the pricing strategy. So market value is very, very difficult to establish because different people will pay different amounts. But what we can do is look at 3 indicators. So it's not an exact science. It's a matter of just finding some evidence. So I always say to them, here's the evidence, and I always put it in the third party. The market would suggest, or here's some evidence to suggest. So I never say your house is worth X or Y. So let's look at 3 ways that I would, we can do that, do a live example really. So the first way is to look at other properties that have sold recently. And I think most estate agents out there will use comparables of other properties that have sold recently in the area. So that's number 1. I'm not going to go into detail in that one. But the second area is establishing the price per square foot. And unfortunately, a lot of estate agents don't use this, but it's essential to give us an indicator. So I'm just going to grab my laptop, and there's various different companies you can use or things we can use here. At the moment, I'm using Land Insight, and there's a free trial if anybody wants to use it. And maybe we could look at the screen and show people what I'm doing here. But I'm just doing the area of this property, and we've got I think it's a 2-mile radius, and I'm just going to pick properties that are detached and look at what the market value is, price per square foot of properties that have sold, and I can download all the properties in the area. So that's come up in this example at £276 per square foot. Now, if I get my calculator, and it's just under 2,000 square foot, so we'll just put 2,000 square foot times £276 equals 552,000. So that's an indicator. I'm not saying it's definitely worth that, because we have to take into consideration the amount of land, the condition, the other properties, but it's an indicator. If we had more time, we'd go into a little bit more detail on that. There is another software somewhere or website you can use. I'm just trying to find it now. So I'm just going to find another one. This is a useful website. This is Home Search, and again, there's a free trial to the end of 2019. But I've gone into this, and it gives me all the properties that have sold and the price per square foot. So you can find similar properties, find out the average price per square foot, and then use that as an indicator.
Another option is to use home search, look at filters, so we'll put the address property in, we'll put detached, price from 400 to 625, sold in the last 36 months, we'll search, and then we can see the address of the properties, the district, detached, 4 or 5 bedrooms, square footage, and then the price per square foot here, an estimated value, and the estimated price per square foot now. And that's quite useful, and that's home search.
And then the third way is by establishing what they paid for it, when they bought it, and then seeing how much house prices have increased in that period. So I can go to Land Registry and I've put in here, now they bought it in June 2003, right, wasn't it? And then we can put in the price, put in the area, so we'll put the area, and then we can see what the average detached property sold for in 2003 and how much house prices have gone up for. And that's what I used to do on a regular basis, but I'd have to work out what that price increase is. But there is a quicker way of doing that now. If you go to and this is, we'll add these links in, but this is the Nationwide Building Society house price calculator. So you literally just put in the property value, which was, they bought it for what, 340,000?
340,
yeah. When they bought it, so they bought it in 2003, we'll say Q2, you put the region in, and then you put today's date, so 2019 and Q2, we'll say, click on calculate, and it tells me that prices have increased by 61.65%. So that would indicate a valuation in today's market of 549,000. So that's a couple of pieces, 3 different indicators on what we think the property or the market value is of the property. Now, it's important to add that nobody can tell what a property is worth because different people pay different amounts. So there's certainly an indicator, we'd say around the 550 mark. So I think use that as the evidence, but then we'll talk about a pricing strategy to maximise the value of that property or the selling price. Find that useful?
Yeah, really useful.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.